But this writer doesn't tread water, acknowledging, "I am a bit of an obsessive." He also has a new ITV drama, Dark Heart, going out in the autumn, and the fashionable and moneybag streaming channel Netflix has come looking for content. "We should see that next year." He obliged them with an idea, which he has worked on with another writer. Lang, a Londoner, also knows his way around a police station, having learned his trade by writing for the one-time procedural staple The Bill. But Unforgotten, starring Sanjeev Bhaskar and Nicola Walker, is nothing like that, with a much more elaborate story which occasionally can challenge the viewer. Lang, 56, has created two detectives in Cassie, Walker, and Sunny, Bhaskar, who are complex, believable and well-rounded. The secondary characters seem realistic too, not least Cassie's father, played by the excellent Peter Egan. They also happen to be two fine actors. His story with his daughter develops more as this series evolves. On a macro level, I wanted to explore social media and how it has impacted on the judicial system, and how it has also impacted on our society. Chris Lang we meet in the cavernous stately home near Slough, whose interiors double as a police station in Unforgotten. Lang, as ever, is thoughtful, friendly and always interested in how his dramas are being received. In a world which laps up crime action in every way, there are very few critical voices of this drama, which has kept the same crew and director from the outset, maintaining a consistent tone and style. In this series again, they dart and dance around the script. Lang is also one of the best creators of a red herring around. In front of a group of journalists, he is unapologetic about making this series' focal point social media and the impact the press can have on crime and investigations. "Yes, it's true," he begins, "I do always have a theme underlying the piece. In terms of characters, I wanted to explore the relationships of the four people who have the spotlight thrown on them. They are four people who have known each other since school, played by Alex Jennings. I have a similar dynamic in my life, four friends I have known for 45 years. We've been through a lot together. Neil Morrissey, Kevin McNally and James Fleet." But the setup feeds directly into the central idea of Unforgotten: how well can you actually know someone? On a macro level, I wanted to explore social media and how it has impacted on the judicial system, and how it has also impacted on our society. He explains further, "It was a general sense that I think we all had, that we have observed over the last 5 to 10 years, that media has impacted on the national psyche. On there, you get the collective anger of our nation. Social media is often a cause for great good, but also seems to be a platform where people quite often express huge rage. I don't know if this anger always existed, and we now have a public platform for it, or not. It has certainly amplified everything." He cites an example that morning on Twitter when he simply expressed sympathy for people caught up in the Hawaiian volcano. Came the reply, "If they live near a volcano, so be it." Then people call him an ho, then he's coming back again, and on it goes. But I also wanted to explore how the public gaze on an investigation can affect it, and how we are all able to comment on it in what I think is a quite unhelpful way. His two central characters, Cassie and Sunny, seem increasingly close in this series, although another woman appears to be on the scene for Sunny right now. "I buy into the idea of them being romantic creatures," he explains, "because they're ordinary, normal people, but not with each other." That might be a spoiler. "But he was about to kiss her at the end of series 2, I suggest." "Yes, I'm afraid he was, but that went horribly wrong." Viewers are attracted to the relationship between Cassie and her father. The inspiration was to find a different domestic dynamic, and I don't think I'd seen that before. She's a widow and she's living with her dad. I wanted to create a really nice, lovely relationship that would be interesting and novel. And she's also got a young son who's also about to fly the nest. It just felt an unusual threesome: son, mother and father. Lang says Channel 4's hit series 24 Hours in Police Custody has helped to create the style of the piece. Of course, we are a drama, not a documentary. Obviously there are tropes associated with some genres, but you just have to find a different way of doing it. You won't see Cassie throwing things around the office. I hope we have found some originality in Cassie's ordinariness. It's a cliché, but you just look for truth and honesty. You don't have to look very far for that. I just try to find originality in it. Just look at your own life and of those who are around you. And a fourth series? It will always depend on whether I can get the team back together, and whether I have a story to tell that has to come first. We can only hope it does. Unforgotten, ITV, tonight, 9 p.m.